Lionel, is that you?
There, I think I got it. Daniel?
Yes.
I'm very excited. Well, it's been quite a while since your stage appearance in the It's a Wonderful Life. And you played the angel, Clarence Oddbody.
I did. AS2.
And I don't. By now, you've probably listened to that episode a couple of times, but we did a New Year's end of the year thing it was on Patreon on December the 30th, I guess, or thereabouts. And we were talking about how you were a method actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then how you had to have this. You didn't really get into it until you had the spotlight shining on you.
That does help. I mean, I don't have to have the attention that way, but if it's available, I want it.
And is it true that while you're in the role, the week, like it was ran for a week, didn't it? Your local
4
theater,
days.
4 days. Okay, your local theater group ran for 4 days, but there were rehearsals, I'm assuming.
Oh yes, lots and lots of rehearsals.
Yeah. So, is it true? The rumor is on the street and around town, around Tinseltown. The rumor is that once you start rehearsal and until the show's over, you like to stay in character and people have to refer to you as Clarence.
That's not necessary, but it did happen a lot because me and Clarence are probably not really that much different from each other.
So was it when they were casting and you were all sitting around and they came to Clarence and everybody went, Daniel?
It was funny because I thought another guy had that part locked up. He read it so well. He brought something very different than I did, but I thought sure he had it. And I thought I'll probably be Uncle Billy. And the person who was Uncle Billy thought sure that I would be Clarence. And so, I was surprised actually when I saw the sheet. So
did you have how many people were in the play?
That's a darn good question. There was more than 12 of us.
Okay. Did anybody have to play like double roles? Sometimes that happens.
Some real minor roles were doubled up like that. Yeah. Some filler folks, that sort of thing.
But they didn't dare approach you as being a double because your part was so important.
Well, I was in darn near every scene, so it's hard to double up.
You were in every scene with a spotlight on you.
Yeah, quite a few of them. Or I at least started the scene. So.
And do you have a nice tan now?
No, but my vision is slowly returning. There were times where I had to walk off stage. At one point, I had to walk off stage and change clothes, pull this huge robe that was big enough for me and another 1.5 of me under it. So it was just this big, big robe. And I had to pull that off. I had my shirt, suspenders, and pants on under it, but I had to put a bow tie on, get that around my collar, put a suit jacket on, put a wool pea coat over that, and throw a fedora on. And I had to have somebody help get my bow tie on because I couldn't see it to put it on. So, I had to have help that way. It was blinding.
Blinding. Sounds like you had fun, though.
It was a blast.
Kelly, have you ever been in a play?
I was cast for 2 plays, and the first play was The Bad Seed. I know the first play was God, I can't remember the name of it now. It was the father was the owner of an aircraft company in World War II, and there was defects or something. I don't know. Was it All My Sons? I think maybe that one was during Christmas or before Christmas, and it snowed, and I went sledding and accidentally went off a bridge and hit a rock. So I was out of commission for that, and then
This kind of sounds like it was your life.
yeah,
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Not really a play.
technically,
then-
you're not in the play if you go sledding and off a bridge.
Well, I know I was destined to play the part. I did all the rehearsals and everything, but then I had the accident and couldn't do the role.
Speaking of bad seeds, let's bring in our guest, Joe D'Amato.
Oh, geez. Nice segue. Oh,
You
boy.
brought it up. Come on.
Sorry,
in.
we led you right into that, Joe. I'm sorry, man.
That's all right. I'm used to it. Kelly's my friend.
Yeah,
Still?
it's been a long time too.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. What?
Yeah, he hasn't been on the show.
Well, it's
Almost
been-
a year, right?
It's been exactly a year. This is the second annual Smokin Joe D'Amato show.
Everybody put your heads down.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, and then and at some point in the show, I'll offend somebody, and then we'll go along like that, and then we'll bring Joe back in the following year, and we'll do it. We'll just every year
Right.
we'll
The
continue.
Christmas special.
Yeah, it's the Christmas special. Where it's not the Christmas special because it's going to be
That's true.
always be the first Monday after Springfield.
Oh.
That's when the poop hit the fan last time.
Mm.
Yeah.
I want to clarify. It's not special because in every episode you offend somebody. That's every
There's
episode.
Nothing real new there.
Right.
No, no.
Not groundbreaking.
It's just
No.
on this one you offend people with Joe D'Amato on the show.
Yeah. Especially me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't be offended.
No, I can't. I've got too many daughters. Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't
Yeah.
be offended if your life depended on it.
No. Nope.
So Derek, have I ever offended you?
Almost daily.
Jeez. Oh God.
That's dedication.
Yeah, that is dedication. Exactly.
But what is the point of friendship if you can't offend your friends, right?
Yeah, but you're a highbrow guy. That's why you think I'm always offending you. I'm nothing highbrow. There's nothing highbrow about me.
I've seen your
Lowbrow,
eyebrows. Yeah.
I get them trimmed at the barber every time. I'm not going to
Looking
be.
good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be one of those old guys with those giant eyebrows that hang over your eyes like. And you're looking.
Right.
That'll be Kelly.
Yeah.
If you get a haircut, that means that you become a lowbrow.
It's true.
So, anyways, we have Joe D'Amato here. It is the first Monday after the Springfield show. Stick around for the fireworks. There's some point along the way we'll do something. And
Something.
yeah, we'll,
Oh boy.
Lower.
yeah. So back in late November of 2025, you were working for Microtrains.
Yeah, I seem to remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and now
Oh,
you're
it's
and now you're
24
not.
years.
Now you're
Yeah,
well.
how's that going for you?
Boy.
It's interesting.
So how did you manage to close them down?
Took me 24 years, but persistence. I've got nothing. My grandfather said I'm a very patient person, so I just kept at it, and sure enough, it happened.
We almost had
yeah.
we almost had Kelly a new job at Costello Manufacturing, Chris Costello's place in Salamanca,
Wow.
New York, just 38 feet from the Pennsylvania state line and about 20 miles from Ellicottville. And
Who wants to move there? Oof.
All right.
Chris preferred that you stay away from Jail Innovative.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Stay on the Pennsylvania side of the border, at least.
Bad karma.
yeah, exactly. He said he didn't want Bruce, or he didn't want Kelly closing down his place.
Because that would have been three of them then.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the closer.
He's notorious. He's notorious in the valley.
Actually, that some of the jobs I had in my younger years, a lot of places I left either to go to college or quit the job, and then the company either went under or it went on strike.
I noticed KD hasn't reached out to have you come over there.
I talked to them 2 or 3 years ago, and they were looking for tool makers, die makers, whatever. And
Not
that's
troublemakers.
not troublemakers. And I told him, I said, so I have no experience or knowledge in doing that.
But you have podcasting experience. Doesn't that count for something?
No, doesn't count for making molds.
Did you even try throwing that out there? Like I bet you didn't even try throwing that out there.
Back then, I wasn't that back. Well, that's way back though.
2 or 3 years, you said.
I wasn't in the co-pilot seat when that happened. I think I was a follower.
You've been on the show for a long time.
A long time.
Forever.
Yeah. Okay. So, Joe, let's get your version of what happened, because every time we ask Kelly, he says, "Oh, I can't tell you. Oh, I can't tell you."
That's not true. That's not true.
There was something. It was the last time we were talking about it at Christmas time on the show. We started talking about something that Atlas was going to something that
you. No. That was something I said that great things were going to be coming since now that Joe is.
And so then I said, "What were the great things?" And you said you couldn't tell me.
I couldn't tell you.
But you don't work there. You couldn't tell me.
No, but I'm best friends with Joe, so I don't want to ruin his chances at Atlas.
There's no way Joe confided in you anything important.
Yes, he did.
No, there's no way.
Yep.
Sometimes
everybody has a bad judgment of character once in a while.
Yeah, right. Usually named Bruce.
Oh boy.
So Joe.
Yes, sir.
What? So now it's now February. No, it's late January. It's the last Monday in January, I believe. And now you're been gainfully employed by the Atlas. What's the full name of the Atlas? What's the full name for Atlas?
It's well, right now what we are is Microtrains by Atlas, and they kept our logo and melded theirs with it, and had their graphics people come up with a whole new, corporate entity for us.
Okay, so, it appears that Atlas is known as the Atlas Model Railroad Company.
Yes, they are. Yes, and that's who we work for now. There's 7 of us, as I'm talking, that have been retained, brought on board, and we don't know a whole lot about what's going to be happening. And we got an idea. It's been a lot of going back and forth. They're really interested in our input on what we see as what Microtrains is in the industry, and how best we can keep the legacy going. So they've been great about that. It's been a lot of communication that way. We're not sure exactly what we're doing. Like for myself, they said, "Well, you're just going to do what you've been doing." And I said, "What, complain?" And they said, "No, the other thing." I said, "Okay, good." So that's it's wide open. They're really interested in maintaining Microtrains as a separate entity. We're part of Atlas, but they want to keep the brand alive, obviously, and they will never have the kind of release schedules and things like that we had when we had everything in house. We're going to try working our way to have something really interesting there. So
you're going to try working when they have something really interesting.
No, for us, have something. Excuse me, I just got distracted.
Yeah, that was your phone. That's your phone.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it off here. Sorry.
Is that Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly.
No, I turned my phone off.
He's asking me what I'm wearing.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go.
He does it all. He does that all the time. Let me go back to think. We were. I think the plan right now is, Microtrains is going to be a sub product of Atlas. So we'll kind of keep our identity. We'll keep, we'll be working with our cars and their stuff too. They've sent us samples of some of their stuff to look at, to do some of the work we do with our stuff with theirs as well. So
interesting. So they're going to sort of operate it as a separate brand. That's kind of unique from what Atlas has done.
Yeah,
other acquisitions in the past.
Yeah, kind of like that, I guess. It's everything's still kind of up in the air. We're still kind of, we're like in a ring, kind of circling each other. And we retained a creative services people, and our production manager, and office assistants, and one of the graphics guys that runs some of the equipment that we have. So we're in place to do basically what made it Microtrain special as far as what our product line looked like. We're in place to do that kind of stuff to keep our things going, and also help with Atlas's transition to something like what we're doing too. So they've talked to me about continuing doing loads and 3D printing and laser cutting and stuff like that. How that's going to integrate with their stuff, if it does, or is it just going to be our stuff? Again, we're still not sure. So,
Kelly?
Yes.
I apologize.
Yeah. I can't. It's all, we're all still trying to figure out. I wish I could say more.
No, I just need to apologize to Kelly.
Well, I do too.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't. I need to apologize to Kelly for what I'm. This is Derek's favorite part of the show, when somebody gets offended. Except Kelly doesn't get offended. So apparently, Kelly, you're going to be an integral part, because you're going to be working with loads.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Try the veal. He's here all night.
Yeah, exactly.
Just keep like a running total of offense.
Yeah,
for our next act. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know. He's Bruce transitioned into production. When he came back, so I don't think he's going to want to do. I don't want
to go to Vietnam. No way.
Me neither.
Is that where you think it's going to be? They're going to send their stuff as Vietnam? Because that's interesting. You don't know. You don't know.
I don't know.
How about this question? Let me word the question differently. Do you know of any model train manufacturers that are getting their stuff made in Vietnam? What's wrong with that? Well, that's not an.
I'm thinking.
Well, no, somebody was giggling. It sounded like Daniel was giggling.
I was.
Daniel?
Because if you reword it in such a way that it still says the same thing, did you really reword it?
Right.
Well, exactly. I think there are some manufacturers that are doing.
Yeah, there is
now, and it's probably a growing thing right now.
I think some of the Chinese manufacturers have plants in Vietnam. So far, I believe they've escaped the tariff situation. Not for long now. They're one comment away from getting tariff too. So I don't know.
Well, and the cost of labor is still cheaper in Vietnam than in China.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of anybody that's necessarily. It's nothing I know of. Not that I would necessarily know, but I mean, it's. Yeah. I think the first time Kelly said that, it was news to me. I didn't realize any model railroad stuff got manufactured in Vietnam, or does model stuff in generally, like plastic kits or anything like that. I wonder if anything like that gets manufactured in Vietnam.
Well, it's a growing economy. They've joined the race for technology, and there are companies using them. I don't know about model railroading companies, but there is manufacturing going on there. In other industries, I mean, it's spreading out. It's China can only has so much capacity, and with the politics of everything, it's they're even looking at Malaysia, places like that have traditionally done some work. Korea, places Korea still produces model kits. Academy,
Korea,
I believe,
and Korea still has. Is it Korea or Japan where there's still brass locomotive builders? Korea, isn't it?
Yeah, Korea did it. Asian of Korea.
I mean, it's still a legitimate business. I mean, albeit small, but it's
Very
either
small, yeah.
I believe it's Korea, and that there's a fairly heavy segment that manufactures brass locomotives.
Yeah, there was a product line we were investigating maybe 10 years ago about doing some limited run kind of brass products, and we had talked to some of the sales people from Korea that were fronting those kind of companies. Would find the right company for you to work with, and so I know they're still doing something like that. We get quotes back and everything, but we never pursued it. No.
Isn't most of Broadway Limited stuff still made in Korea?
Gosh, it's possible.
I could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think it is Korea more than it is Japan, I believe. I really do.
I think Japan is where some Kato stuff or Kato stuff
Kato
is
still working. Yeah.
still manufactured there.
Got in Tomy. I think Tomy's there too, right?
Right. Yep. That's right.
You know who we got to get back on the show is Don Betker works for him. What's it called? It's something resource brass resource or resource brass.
Resource rails.
Is it resourced rails?
I think
Resource
so.
rails.
Okay, somebody look that up. Save me doing it. Because
Been on for 15 minutes. You're already looking for somebody else to come on the show, right?
Well, we've already offended you and Kelly. So
how did we offend Joe?
Not me.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll put Joe back on the deck. Sorry.
Yeah, come on. And how did we offend Kelly? How did we offend Kelly? Insulting him as a friend is not offending.
Well, it's part of the shtick too.
Yeah, that was a well-directed insult towards my friend Kelly.
It's part of the price of friendship.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
right.
It's that old equation. If you're walking down the street with somebody you barely know, a mild acquaintance, and they trip and fall, your immediate reaction is like, "Are you okay? Can I help you?" Like you're trying to right away try to help them. If it's somebody that is one of your best friends and they trip and fall, the first thing you do is kill yourself laughing. And then once you get composed, then you'll say, "Hey, are you okay?"
That's the part I keep missing.
Yeah. Okay. So just briefly, then I guess you've boned up on everything about Atlas. Like, when was it? Do you know what year it was founded?
I have no idea.
1924.
Wow.
I think we're going to be.
I know they're like the very first model trains I bought were from Atlas when I was a kid. So it's kind of serendipitous, you know. So I went to Microtrains, and I was really honored with the, being there and working there and keeping Keith's legacy alive, and now I get to go to Atlas for a while, which is sort of the top dog, and so it's kind of a nice punctuation to my resume.
Well, exactly. How old are you now?
70.
Holy man, they hired a 70-year-old? I could talk about yeah.
Of action.
Yeah.
I'm DEI hired.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And do you know who the founder of Atlas was?
Mr. Atlas.
No, Stephen Chiffand. Chiffand.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm so busy with what I'm doing. I don't have time to.
Well, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you what is it you're doing that's keeping you so busy? What is it you're doing that after you get let go from Microtrains, and you and Kelly were crying in your soup,
walking in the streets?
Yeah, walking the streets, and then you get a call saying, "Hey, wait a minute, Joe, we want you to keep working for us over here at Atlas."
Yeah,
you didn't. You couldn't find 5 or 10 minutes to Google Atlas and find out some pertinent information to impress your new boss.
No. They, I was the last one in the door the day they had the layoff. I started getting phone calls at 6 a.m. They've locked us out. We're out in the parking lot, and so I roll in about 8 o'clock. I'm the last one in the door, and they took me aside and told me that they had sold the business and they were going to retire. But right away, Vicky mentioned that the new owner wanted to retain me doing working for them, and I was okay. That's great. I still don't know who it was at the time. We didn't find out till later on when Paul walked in about a little after lunch, and
who's
Paul?
Was good. Who's Paul?
Paul? You don't know who Paul is?
I have no idea who Paul. I don't work there. I don't work there.
Nice turnaround.
Oh, come on.
Paul,
I don't work there. I don't have to impress anybody, Daniel.
Neither do I. But Paul Graff, he's the CEO. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. So I saw him. Then I knew what was up, and we'd been joking about it. I've been joking about it with him for a while. And he walked in and said, "Yeah, we want to keep you on as a distance employee." And I said, "Oh, great." So I just got my contract, about 2 weeks after that, I got a formal contract from him, kind of laying out my responsibilities, which were basically what I do at Microtrains, complain. And,
so aren't you when your basic duties at Microtrains? I'm assuming they're keeping you on as an idea guy, as a project manager kind of guy.
Design engineer, right?
Design engineer. And where did you go to engineering school?
I didn't. I learned it.
Don't say that to our friend Bruce Wilson, because he hates it when people call themselves engineers when they never went to engineering school.
That's the title they gave me. So, and I've been an engineer, a design engineer, product development engineer for 35 years. So, yeah, it's a different animal. So, I got a degree in journalism and found out real quickly after college I just wasn't interested in playing that game anymore. And so, I went to work doing models and designing stuff, and which is something I always liked doing anyway. So it worked out pretty good. So I've been a designer ever since then.
Do you know where do you know where the headquarters for Atlas is?
It's in New Jersey. I'm not sure what exit it's off of, but it's in New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay. And is it in a town in New Jersey?
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my. I hope you never move to Barrie and want a job as a driving instructor.
Yeah, me too.
You're gonna be screwed, buddy.
That's some desperate stuff.
It's a good.
We should ask Joe, has he been indoctrinated by Atlas yet? Because obviously he doesn't know about where they are and all that.
I mean, I know they're in New Jersey. It's right now. I'm enjoying some time off, which I haven't had in years, and processing that and just trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my life.
I thought you had a job at Atlas. This all sounds very fuzzy to me.
I do. Well, yeah, it is very fuzzy right now.
I mean, you're trying to decide what to do with the rest of your life, and yet the company just hired you when you're.
Well, I'm only working part-time. And so that's what I wanted, was part-time. So I could start pursuing, all the things I've put off all these years, raising kids and raising modelers and that kind of stuff. So
taking care of me too.
Yeah, and Bruce.
So what is it like part-time? Like you have to be in your desk from hours of such and such to such and such?
Well, right now we're renting the front of Microtrains. And so we got the front offices there. So we're all kind of down at that one end of the building. And a lot of it is we're working on scheduling and pricing our product being produced overseas, and doing tests with different Atlas products to see if we can do the weathering and graffiti on those that we do. So that's an option. We're just exploring it, and they have, all the scales pretty much. So it's really going to be kind of interesting marrying.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question was, so you're talking about seeing if you can do the graffiti and stuff. Will that be on all scales or just N scale?
We don't know yet. Like I said, we're still under development. We're going to continue with the our partnership with AccuRail, as far as I know, and we producing the Grit and Grime series with them, and that's still part of our business.
Okay, so Atlas not only obtained Microtrains, but they obtained whatever business they were doing with AccuRail.
Everything, all the intellectual property, which I wasn't part of it, and that's why Bruce isn't here either.
That's true.
So does that mean that in the future I might see some I might see some graffiti and weathering on some Atlas plastic pellet hoppers in HO scale?
I would hope so. I wouldn't know nothing formal yet, but that's what we do very well. We've really honed our skill sets and are doing stuff other companies have been trying to do and failing at miserably. And we've got a head start on them, which is good. Yeah. And Bruce even worked in there for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that was my first job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worked in where?
Where they do the print. Where they do the print.
RUV. Yeah.
RUV.
Yeah. He got us our coffee and stuff, and made sure our cars were warmed up before we got out there after work was over.
Wash and detail the cars in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And who do you think is going to be in charge of gluing on doors on box cars at Atlas?
It'll be probably some Vietnamese person.
There he goes again.
Very, I looked up to see what companies are in Vietnam now. Roco and Fleshman, Lionel, Microtrains is down here already.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so
die-cast models and
there you go.
Wooden trains.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lionel.
So I guess we're there.
So are you saying you're still at the same place? Like but you're part-time. Like, what are you going in 3 days a week or something?
Yeah. I float. It just depends on what we're working on. But generally, is 3 days a week or 4 days, reduced hours kind of a thing. I've been at 32 hours for the last, since I got sick back in August. So, that's been great, boy. 3 days off. Oof. That's been able to start working on my own stuff, which has always been kind of been my frustration because, work 40, 50 hours a week and then you don't have much energy by the time you get home to work on the things other things you want to do for yourself. So got a lot of stuff half started around here. So it's kind of nice to have that time now that I had 2 days off. It was 3 days off. It was great. I could get all the boring business stuff done, and then I could spend 2 days, back in my shop working on stuff, and it's been great. And so I'm looking forward to more of that. I want to keep making toys, designing toys. I've got some ideas, and I've got the equipment to fabricate the patterns and prototypes and stuff. So I hope to move into that, as things progress at Atlas. So, on my own. So.
Oh, like you want to do it on your own?
Yeah. I mean, Atlas doesn't do toys. So.
What kind of toys are you thinking of doing?
I don't know yet. Just something. I just something I've always done. When I worked for Mattel and Galoob and Worlds of Wonder, places like that in California, and at Disney, I was making collectible toys and stuff. So something, I don't know, something to do with robots or figurines or something. I spent a lot of time on 3D printing. Integrated that into Microtrains pretty heavily.
Yeah. Do you have a 3D printer at home?
Yeah, I've got 5 of them.
5 of them?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're all Anycubics.
They're all what?
And they're made by a company called Anycubic.
Anycubic?
Anycubic.
How do you spell that?
ANYCUBIC. I got M5s and X's and stuff. So they're all liquid polymer printers. I want to get a bed slinger to do like ray guns and stuff.
Can you slow down for
you
5 minutes? Well, no, but a lot of people won't even know what the hell you're talking about.
I'm sorry. A bed slinger is a filament printer, has the long string of plastic that it extrudes. It's like a computerized hot glue gun.
So, Daniel, you and Matt were conversing today about 3D printers and the 2 different kinds. Do you have any? Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
I do.
Look at that.
I don't have a filament printer. I just have a resin printer, but I'll probably end up getting one. If you want to make detail parts really super crisp, no real layer lines, it's hard to beat resin.
Right.
But the durability of resin sucks. Like if you want to actually use the thing that you've made, like you're making a replacement part for something, you don't want to make that out of resin. You want an FDM printer so that it's a much more durable thing when you're done.
What is that? What does FDM stand for?
Filament drive mechanism.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And those are getting really pretty sophisticated where they have multicolors and it'll actually print things in color. There's a new process out. Excuse me. It's not really new, but it's something that Shapeway has been doing for a long time where it's a powder polymer, and it prints. There's no grow lines or anything. I know grow lines, but no supports or anything. It's all done in a medium, printed in a medium. It's fairly messy process, very dusty, but you get some amazing stuff from that. Now with the resin printers that I have, I've been using they make a new it's ABS like resins, a little more flexible, more durable. There's not as much deflection on them. They don't warp as much. And I make vacuform molds with those. So I've been doing, just recently, actually printing vacuform molds for our nests and stuff that we would vacuform over. They're very durable.
For your what?
We're at work at Microtrains.
I know your nest. You said nests for our nests.
Yeah, nests. NESTS.
You're right. Okay. Like, is there anybody here in this room that understands what he's just talking about?
Yes, there is.
Not a clue.
That when you buy a car, you open up the box and the car is suspended in a plastic nest that's vacuformed.
Oh, so that's the industry chatter for those plastic.
Yeah,
they're called nests.
Nests, and normally
it's nest. Nest.
Yeah,
nest.
Right.
Pronunciation is paramount here at the old AML.
I've got a mustache. It's a little hard. But in the past, they made them out of aluminum, and they had to machine each one of them, and it would take weeks to get to where we had a full board to do a run on. And
hang on. What do you mean? The mold was made out of aluminum?
Yeah, the master mold that they drape the plastic over is made out of aluminum, and so they
can I make a suggestion? I'm pretty sure we're safe anyways, but I would highly recommend that you make sure nobody at Atlas listens to this podcast.
That's up to you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a great process, and I use them at home for stuff. I've got kind of a loose confederation of model railroaders that left the club a couple of years ago, and we've kind of banded our own thing together and have our own layouts. And so I make parts for us, and a couple of the guys have machines as well. So,
and how much? What's the footprint of one of these machines?
For the X's, I want to say are like they're like 8 by 5, 8 by 6 is the print. Is a platform. The bigger one, we've got one at Microtrains, or had one at Microtrains, that was I want to say 14 inches by 9 inches.
Okay. Do you have like a dedicated room at home for your workshop?
Yeah. My master bedroom is my workshop. I live in with the help. And
hang on.
Sorry.
Okay, Derek, you were going to say something?
Well, I was just going to ask. It sounds like you don't need a dedicated space. Like any workshop has enough space for a printer. Size, right?
Oh
no.
Oh, sure.
No, it doesn't.
Sure.
Well, that's kind of where I was going. Like if you, so say your workshop was in your spare bedroom, which I'm assuming is like 10 by 10, 10 by 12, something like that.
Right.
Do you think you could find a space in there for one of these printers?
Yeah.
Oh,
they're not very big. The floor pan is about the size of a laptop computer.
Yeah. We know of one modeler that's, I don't know, how can we say it? Anal. And he has a big expansive workshop just dedicated to his hobby that is about 10 by 12 or 12 by 12 or 10 by 10. And he insists that he can't find any room for a 3D printer.
Yeah, well, it depends on what kind of printer you want and how big you want it to be. I mean, these things, the desktop units, like I said, are about the size of a laptop. And what I've done is in my spare bathroom is I've built a bench in the shower, and I've got a tray on there, and I've got 3 printers sitting up in there. So now I've got the ventilation. I can shut the door. It's quiet. I can run stuff in there. And it works out really well. Plus, the bathroom still is functional, just the shower isn't. And
that's incredible.
That's a great way to impress the ladies.
Yeah. You just pay attention to ones my age, and they're impressed. So that's not a problem.
Well, that is true. You're pretty old.
Yeah, I am.
Alice really went out on a limb there to hire you.
Well, I appreciate what I bring to the table.
Speaking as one person in there, my age is somewhere between 50 and 100. But let's assume I was in my 70s. Speaking as one person in their 70s to another, I mean, let's face it, your time is limited.
Sure. I might as well make the best of it, right?
I mean, you could be gone tomorrow.
Right.
Wow.
Hence the pace that I work at to get things done.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, if I have so many things on the line, but no, I got the lasers. I've got 2 lasers as well. So
laser cutter. Like, how big are they?
Yeah.
Where do you have those? Is there anywhere on the internet that has a layout plan of your apartment? It's an apartment you live in, right?
Yeah. It's a 2-bedroom.
Yeah. Is there anywhere on a 2-bedroom apartment that has a spare bathroom?
Yeah, I do. Mine has 2 bathrooms, 2 full baths. So the other bathroom's right on the other side of the wall, is right across from my room. So that's my master bathroom, and then the other one's for working stuff in. I got a small laser that's 8.5 by 11 beds, a Venus, and then I've just bought a bigger unit that's 18 by 24, and it's a diode laser. So it's a whole different setup, and it's got I got a hose that vents out to the outside window when I use it. And it's normally I do most of my stuff. I've got a little space at work, and I work in there, so it's my equipment that I've got there too. So if I need to do any heavy lifting, I can go in there and run it.
So you have a bigger laser cutter at work? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got a couple of them there. Yeah. What I'm looking for eventually is a shop space, and they're hard to find around here. I've been flirting with the guys down at the Maker's shop here in Talent. It's a really big space. It's I'm not sure, it's close to the size of Microtrains, actually a 2-story. And
what's a maker? What's Makers?
Well, you go in and learn how to do pottery or woodworking, or do computer skills, 3D printing, make stuff.
Is that fairly? Take a breath. Is that fairly popular throughout the United States?
Yeah.
Or North America, I guess. I guess I've heard of it before.
Yeah, they're all over the place, big and small. And it's a place where it's like a
consortium. It's like a consortium of artists.
Yeah, you get a lot of people there want to learn how to do. Like my daughter wanted to fire some pots and stuff like that, and she didn't have any of the equipment, so I just sent her over to the maker space, and she signed up down there and was able to use the kiln and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm hoping to get a space there that I can use as an office to operate out of, because I'm remote, so I don't necessarily have to be at Microtrains all the time, because a lot of my work is on the computer. So,
do you need a receptionist?
Yeah, can you shave your legs?
Kelly's looking for a job.
I couldn't afford to keep them in snacks.
There's certain parameters.
Bear claws.
What's that?
Keep me in snacks. Bear claws.
Bear claws. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I bring donuts on Fridays. He's the first one there.
Okay. But Kelly's parameters are: it has to be part-time, and he won't work on weekends.
That's right.
That's true.
Because of the Medford Railroad Park. Now, I personally have called twice to book events at the Medford Railroad Park, but I get no reply.
That's because it comes up as spam.
But it's not inaccurate.
Well, Lionel does resemble spam, right? Thank you. Well, that's the message is his personal phone, so it's frustrating because I'll call him too.
I know it is extremely frustrating.
30 minutes of him going on about the Medford Railroad Park, which I have no interest in.
Yeah, you call you
call a birthday party. Press 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's
like a back rub. There's 2.
Yeah, someday. No, it's you'll call in January, and this is what you get. You have reached the cell phone of the Medford Railroad Park and Bruce Kelly.
Personal cell phone of Bruce Kelly. You've reached the Medford Railroad Park and the personal cell phone of Bruce Kelly.
And if you would like to book, our hours of we operate between April and October. So you call in January and they're not open anyways. So why do you have to take all the calls?
I don't know. I'm the one. It's a long story.
It's not a long story.
It's nobody else stepped forward to do anything like what we're trying to do there.
He's the only one out there that's not on oxygen all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
it's like this. He's the only one dumb enough to sign up. That's how it is.
Oh, sure. And if I had said that, there'd be trickling all around the room.
Turtle. Yeah.
Well, anybody who volunteers can definitely say that. It's the stupidity factor that got you there.
That's
passion. The passion that got me there.
There you go. It's a pretty fine line between the two.
Yeah, it's true.
But most of what he does out there is landscaping. And I said, man, you got a yard. You got a yard at home. Take care of that.
I like. It's a good exercise. In fact, I was down there today.
Okay, let's end this segment. We'll start another one for the Patreon. So this is the end of our second annual Lionel Screws Things Up with Smokin Joe.
Before we go,
with Smokin Joe D'Amato. Yes, Daniel.
Do you want to know what FDM stands for? Fused Deposition Modeling.
Yes.
Fused deposition modeling. Wow.
Yes. And resin, we refer to it a lot as resin, but it's actually SLR, and that stands for stereolithography.
Right.
Wow. Hey, Lionel.
Well, now sounds smart.
They do.
Lionel, is there a hobby shop somewhere on the Lincoln Highway?
Thanks, Derek. Way to go, Derek.
Pennsylvania.
Are you sure this wasn't the Patreon one?
No.
This is
maybe now.
Yeah, then we're gonna do that. Yeah.
We'll do a free channel one next.
Yeah, way to go, Derek. Derek and I have been talking the day we're recording this. Derek and I have been talking about White Rose Hobbies all day long, and neither one of us could remember to mention our sponsor, which is White Rose Hobbies. Go to whiterosehobbies.com. You know what? We'll give them a super plug now, which will make up for the fact that, you know what, the best parts of any show is at the end. Yeah. Especially this one when it's over.
Amen.
Now that nobody's listening anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So whiterosehobbies.com, and they sell a lot of Atlas stuff. Now, do you know where White Rose? Do you know where? It's their factories in Hillside, New Jersey. Atlas.
Right.
Do you know?
I don't know what exit they're off of.
It's not about the exit.
Yes, it is. If you're ever from New Jersey.
Yeah, it is about the exit. You
always ask somebody what exit.
Where they live. What year did they open their factory? Oh my God. 1947. You should have all of this information at your at your fingertips.
Call HR.
Yeah, that's Corey.
That's right.
Well, you already know. You already know who the HR guy is.
That's his HR person. That's her. That's his HR person.
His. Okay, you got to explain. People are listening all over the world.
Division for the people at what was the Microtrains building. The Atlas people that were hired by Atlas are in that building, and their HR person is Corey. Now she probably reports to the HR person at Atlas. Probably.
Yes, she does. Yeah, but she's still running the operation. So
yeah, she's also
which is what she did before
scheduling.
So yeah. So see if I can recap here. There's only 7 people that Atlas retained that are still in Medford, Oregon.
I believe so. Yeah,
and most of them are part time.
No, I'm the only one.
Okay, 6 are full time. 1 is part time.
Yeah,
and of those 6 people, one of them is a human resources person.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's also running the place. So wearing a couple of hats, which is what she did before. Right? She was a production manager. She did HR, and ran herd on me.
Ran herd on you?
Yeah.
Are you trying to be like a Gen Z person or something, where you're coming up with all this lingo that nobody understands?
Oh man!
You know what? I go in 2 weeks and I get onboarded. I'm not quite sure what that's going to be, but that's a new term.
I'll tell you what that's going to be. When was Atlas founded? Who founded it? What was the guy's name? Where do they reside? That's what you're going to be onboarding is.
It's more like where they send a check. But I get onboarded, so yeah. So I'm just trying to be relevant. I've got trying to bring younger kids into the hobby.
If you go to you're not doing it. Trust me. There is nothing that just turns off a young person faster than an old guy like us trying to talk hip to young people.
Right.
Nothing turns young people off faster than that. Just be an old guy and drool and tell an occasional interesting story and give wisdom every once in a while, whether it's asked for or not.
Yeah.
And you'll be okay. Don't try to be hip.
Okay.
It's not going to happen.
Did we accomplish any of that today?
What, trying to be hip?
No. Do we give any wisdom? Do we make any funny jokes?
I entertained myself.
Well, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
after 11 years.
That's pretty much why I started the podcast, was to entertain myself. So.
That's what nobody gets.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. And then the byproduct is we get all these great podcasts. Now, did you realize, Derek, that if you go to whiterosehobbies.com and click on model trains and go to model train clearance, one of the items they have for sale right now is a Lehigh Roundhouse HO scale 50-foot outside door plug boxcar from Lehigh Valley. And it's regularly $34.99. It's on sale. You can take it out the door. It's yours for only $24.99.
Wow.
Nice.
Prices are up. Tariffs have changed the industry. Wholesalers are shortening their discounts, but White Rose Hobbies is still coming through with value for all of us.
Exactly. You can get an Atlas. See, here's Atlas Trainman, N scale ACS AC. Now you must know about these. Do you know about Joe? Do you know about the Atlas Trainman N scale ACF covered hopper?
Yes, I do.
Attaboy.
Thank you.
What's the retail value of it?
$24.95.
$26.95.
See,
but if you go to whiterosehobbies.com, you can get it for $21.99.
Oh, so I split the difference. Thankfully, I don't have to price this stuff. I just got to make it work.
Okay. All right. No, we're going to stop this segment, and then we're going to find out what your projects are that you're working on. And we're going to need you to be not hip and more specific.
Sure. I'll talk your speed.
No, just talk normal. Just talk normal.
Thought I was, but okay.
Oh, boy.
You've never talked normal. Last year when you got me into so much trouble, what was the first thing I took? Well, what was the first thing I said to Kelly? I said to Kelly, no politics and no nothing about stuff you'd find on porn channels. We're getting to the best part of it.
Did it.
Yeah, so it's whiterosehobbies.com. Go there, tell them Lionel sent you, or better yet, tell them Kelly sent you. Well,
Joe sent you. Joe D'Amato.
Yeah. Smokin Joe D'Amato.
Yeah.
And where are they located, Kelly?
They are located in the town of York, or the city of York. I don't know if it's big enough for that, but it's at 4401 West Market Street. And their phone number is 717-506-8676.
Isn't this 505?
I got 6 on it.
Oh.
I wonder what their number is.
So close.
You're calling a theater somewhere in Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, call my cell phone. I'll answer.
It's a good thing you messed it up, because after I gave the proper terms for the print types, we had ventured beyond marginally adequate. So I'm glad that you were able to pull us back.
Oh boy!
High bar.
You make a very good point there, Daniel. I appreciate that. It's 505.
Is it 505?
Yeah, 717-505-8676.
You see, this is why you can't hire Kelly as a receptionist. We're getting wrong phone numbers all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Wrong orders.
He'd probably send them to your competitors.
Sticky keys on the keyboard.
You have reached the personal cell phone of Bruce Kelly and the Medford Railroad Park. If you want to book a party for your, leave your name. And so I like today, I left a message saying I wanted to book a party for February the 19th for 83 people. Nothing. I got nothing.
So they're not open.
Exactly. So why is there a message?
So why call you back?
So why tell me that it's closed? Why tell me it's
actually people are calling to schedule birthday parties for the season?
Well, okay. Well, then maybe you should have it open year round.
This guy from Canada keeps calling.
You should have it open year round.
Is that the spam number?
And he wants a party during when we're off season. He doesn't want it during the season.
Well, exactly. It won't be as crowded.
Well, he likes it cold.
It's not. It's crowded because of the fact that when you're schedule a party, nobody else is in the park.
Yeah.
That's why it's so exclusive.
Okay. And how much would that cost to close the park?
Let's see. It's American and Canadian, and it's at least $500 for you.
Well, how much does it cost if somebody wants to?
Right now, it's about I'm going to say $150 for one train.
Okay, but you close the park
2 hours. No, the park is closed. It's on a Saturday. And the park is closed, and they get a area that they have the live steam area, the 7.5 gauge, and they get one train, and they get the covered area where they can have their party in case it's inclement weather.
You close the park for $150?
No, it's closed already. The park is only open to the public on the second and fourth Sundays of the month from April to October.
That's why you got no money.
Oh, we actually do very well.
Oh, okay. Kelly, can you give out our email address?
Yes, I can give out the email address. Our email address is modellerslife@gmail.com. That's modeler with one L like Microtrains by Atlas, not two L's like Kelly needs a job.
And if you didn't catch that email address, you can go to our website, amodellerslife.com, and there's a widget or whatever you call it where you can just, all you got to do is fill out the text and hit send, and it'll automatically come to us. Save you writing down the email address. And if you enjoyed this podcast and you'd like twice as much podcasting every week, you can join our Patreon channel. And I got news about that. You can join our Patreon channel, and you'll get a podcast on Monday and one on Tuesday. And yes, in fact, we do have a paywall, and we're very proud of it. For those of some occasionally,
and take that.
Yeah, exactly. Occasionally, often, not occasionally, quite often, some people will point out that we have a paywall, and it's like, yeah, okay.
That's what Patreon's all about.
That's why hundreds and hundreds of people pay for it.
Exactly. Do you get YouTube TV for free? No. Is Netflix free? No. And then if you move up to the T-shirt level, you're entered into the game that is sweeping the globe called Hey Dude, Where's My Shirt? Now, I've got a little bit of trivia news about that. Two things. Number one, Linda Eskin. It's Eskin. It's Eskin, Eskin.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Linda?
Yep. It is.
It is Linda.
Linda. She's actually going to be in the game. Hey, dude, I got my shirt early.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
And then because she desperately wants the yellow shirt, and so I'm going to send her the green and the yellow one, but the yellow one's not due for another few months, but she's going to get her shirt early. So that's a whole new game. Hey, dude, I got my
Has that ever happened?
Oh, yeah.
Early shirts have?
Oh, yeah, early shirts.
Okay.
Early shirts for the early birds. And then the other piece of news is Matt Milliken's been asking where his shirt was, and I discovered that he wasn't even on the list today. He wasn't even on the spreadsheet. So,
well, he's got to go back of the line then, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
that's what I think.
Yeah, he can aim by 2028, maybe 2029.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and he had canceled at some point, and then his charge card, his credit card had changed, and he'd forgotten to update it. So then it got screwed up and blah, blah, blah.
You sure he did?
And then I'm actually going through the list now, and getting. We're going to have to always have somebody that's not getting their shirts, otherwise that will ruin the game.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably not really a problem, is it?
I've got, things are moving forward. It's moving forward. Ground is.
Oh, sure. I'm just thinking there's always somebody who's slightly behind on there.
Yeah, I think we'll have to.
So I think you're safe.
You mean
there.
slightly behind getting it, or slightly behind doing it?
Genetically slightly behind.
However,
yeah, because I know somebody hasn't gotten one yet.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
Give us a hint.
He's we're talking to him. He's on the podcast.
Yeah. Yes,
and he's not part of the crew.
D'Amato's complaining now, is he?
No, I'm just wearing my baseball shirt around. I just don't have any T-shirts to wear with it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got a special baseball shirt that I went out of my way to make specially for you and Kelly. That's right.
Yeah.
That nobody else has.
That's right.
That's right. I remember that now.
Yeah. I wear it with pride.
And what was it you wanted to complain about?
Shut that right down.
Nothing about the misspelled name, but that's
I didn't misspell. That's what happens when you send stuff to Vietnam.
Yeah, I guess so. That's what happened to me, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Are you sure you're still even a member?
I should be.
You should be, but are you?
Find out.
Yeah, we're doing that right now.
If I'm not, I will update it. I need a new card, so maybe
no matches. There's no matches for D'Amato.
Okay, well, I'll take care of that tonight.
And there's yep, you're a $5, you're at the $5 level.
I don't get anything then, right?
Yeah, but I'll send you something anyways. Even though I sent you that Grace personalized baseball shirt that only you and Kelly ever got. But I'll send you something else anyways.
Thanks. Can't wait.
And now
he has to wear it to all the board meetings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to wear it to all the. How is your name misspelled? There's just no apostrophe, isn't it?
Yes, but it's just the spacing was off. That's all.
Oh, the spacing was excuse
the D
me.
was on the front of the shirt, and the D'Amato was on the back. So
It wasn't.
my arm was the apostrophe.
You hear that, Daniel? The spacing was off.
Yeah,
he's unhappy with his free shirt because the spacing wasn't appropriate.
Damn right.
Okay, now we've arrived at the moment of truth. This is when everything went sideways. This is when people who claimed to be my friend deserted me like rats on a ship. Rats on a sinking ship. This is when I found out who my true friends were, which I very much appreciated. Yeah. And I actually, Joe, I got to thank you because of our little faux pas. Well, it wasn't your faux pas; it was mine. You suggested it, and I went, okay.
What?
But I found out who all my true friends were, so thank you very much for that.
I'm happy to help out.
Yeah. So
cleared out the riffraff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so now
that's true.
At the appropriate moment, you got to fill in the blank. So, are you ready?
Yes.
So remember, a Modeler's Life podcast is considered marginally adequate by 6 out of 10
Oakland cheerleaders.
Modeler's Life is sponsored by Because I Love Sushi, with 7 convenient locations in the greater Busted Knuckle area.
It's another Lincoln Homer.
Oakland cheerleaders?
I have no idea where that came from, but I like it.